Hey guys, Austin here, and welcome back to another Minecraft mod showcase here on the channel. Today, guys, we are checking out a mod known as the Lost Cities mod. So I reviewed this mod once before in the past, actually I think two times before in the past, and what it essentially does is adds in the ability for massive abandoned cities to generate in your Minecraft world, as you can see from right here. And yes, it is in 1.20.1, you can tell by the cherry blossom biome right there. So we're going to go over today exactly how this mod works, kind of show us how the structures are, well, what they look like, what sort of designs they have, and go from there. Of course, you guys have been enjoying the Minecraft showcases on the channel. Click that like button to show your support. Subscribe if you're new, and the down for this mod will be linked in the description. And since I reviewed this mod before, I'll try my best to remember to link the older reviews either in the description or in the card top right hand corner. And let's hop right into this. So the first thing we need to explain is how to actually generate these lost cities in your world. So I'm going to have to actually go back to the starting screen of Minecraft. So I'll meet you guys there. Alright, so we are on the starting screen of Minecraft right here. As you can see, we're going to select single player. Here's the world I already created, but I'll show you how to make a new one really quickly. When you go to create a new world, all the options are as you would expect. We set it to creative, however you would like. You go to the world type, you set to default, super flat, whatever you would like. Bonus chest on, again, whatever you like. However, you have to go to the more tab, and you'll see on the right side here, there is the cities button. And this is what generates the actual cities in your world. This does work differently on servers. So if you guys are trying to run this on a Minecraft server, there is separate instructions on how to do that on the actual CurseForge page for this mod. So I recommend reading that before doing so. But in single player is how you do it. You click cities right here. You will see by default it says disable. You're going to want to click that instantly because if it's disabled, that means nothing spawns. So here's what the default looks like. It tells you exactly what the amount of fountains, radius, parks, inner scale threshold, scale offset, all the information you need. And on the right side is sort of an image of what the cities will look like. These little dots are how the cities are, and the green and the blue is sort of like the regular land that Minecraft generates. And that's about the denseness of the city. If I click default again, it'll change to ancient. So as you can see, that's what the ancient looks like. If I change it to biosphere, again, as you can see, the cities are more condensed, whereas the biomes may be a bit more open. Cavern looks like that. Large cities, it looks like that. So you got a more dense version of cities, but less of them spawn. No damage, looks like that. Only cities, so literally there is no regular land. It will only be cities. Rare cities is my personal favorite because you don't want cities to be everywhere in your world, especially if you're running a massive mod pack. This way it's a little bit more rare to encounter them. And then safe is like the, I guess, another default way. You can do tall buildings as well, wasteland, or disabled again. As for the customization itself, you can change up as much of that as you want. The cities, you can change up exactly how much of the buildings will render in. You can literally decide if they're destroyed or not, if they're damaged or not, etc. There's so many options on how to actually mess with the world. I recommend just sort of messing with this a bunch. You can even decide if you want them to spawn in the nether or not, which is really nice. You can decide if you want them to have loot or not. It's really, really cool. But let's actually hop back into our world so I can show you guys what the city itself looks like. All right, so we're back in the city itself, and again, what's one thing that I will say seems to be not going to be a thing is any of the 1.20 generation, the buildings, I don't think are going to be made out of any of those blocks because it did specifically state on CurseForge that this is just a port, which means they just kind of copy and paste it over to the new version. It's not going to actually have any of the new things within the buildings from the new version, but I imagine whenever they fully update this, if they add any new versions to it, it will of course feature some of the new blocks and stuff in the world. But as you can see, the city is meant to be abandoned. This is meant to tell the story of a long forgotten world that existed in Minecraft, and it has now been overgrown, overrun, and your job is to essentially explore. I will say it is pretty taxing on the PC, even with my PC being what it is, it does lag a lot in terms of like block updating and stuff, but you can just sort of explore it. Luckily, I'm in creative. But I will say it is very dangerous to actually explore because if you come into one of the buildings, you will notice right here that it is very dark and there are actual mobs here. Spawners do exist as well. Treat this place like it's its own dungeon. You're going to want to explore and look around for spawners to break them. Make sure that you are safe to actually loot some of the buildings. There is chest loot inside. You can get rare things like enchantment tables, brewing stands, etc. Because the city is meant to sort of be your place of living quarters if you decide to. A lot of the buildings here, again, very, very spawner heavy, very mob heavy, and especially if you're running this with a mod pack, expect all the other modded mobs to be, well, attacking you while you're inside the city. And like I said, being as massive as it is, the city features every sort of biome it possibly can, and it functions based on what biome it's generating in. So for example, right now, it says we are in the meadow biome. So the city is going to be generating as if it was a meadow biome generation. That is a newer biome, so I'm not sure if it could feature it well enough. But you will notice certain things like ore, if we're in a mountain biome, will be generating. If we're too low, it'll generate different places you can mine. In the actual like sky areas itself in terms of spawning animals, if we're in a specific area that spawns a specific animal, that will happen as well. And as you can see, even past this city, there is even more city over here. They are connected via bridges. That was part of the generation requirement. It asked you if you wanted to generate bridges or not. The bridges are actually what still connect one city to another if you allow it to, which is really nice. I personally love the bridges. I think they're really cool. And I also like the different, I believe there is a mine shaft type thing that can generate as well, a subway system that will link you to different cities, which is really nice also. Again, of course, there's a bunch of blocks you can acquire from these cities if you really wanted to. You could mine up all the buildings if you wanted the clay, the terracotta, etc. I'm not sure what this is right here. It looks like a radio tower or light tower, like lighthouse sort of tower. I never remember seeing this in the old world, so this must be, or like in the old version of the mods, this must be a newer structure that generates. But as you can see, we're approaching a taiga biome here, a spruce biome, and the actual spruce trees are growing within the city as well. And just to prove that I'm right, it says taiga, mountain taiga, or not mountain taiga, Minecraft taiga. So, as you can see, it actually goes in with the structure itself now. But that does not mean that the city itself will not have certain things generating. As you can see right here, we have some acacia and oak saplings that are pre-planted from the city generation that is going to generate in as well that you could possibly mine from. And again, all the cities, all the buildings are very massive. It's going to take you literally your entire lifetime to explore even just one city if you so desire. But I do like it a lot, and that's also personally why I like having the city set to rare. Because if you have them set to being super common, you're never going to have time to explore everything, and it's just going to take up way, way, way too much time, at least in my opinion. This building actually is a newer building because it is made out of deep slate tiles, so you can tell this was made post 1.16 at least, which is really nice. And this mod does update consistently, so you don't have to worry about it being not in a certain version of Minecraft. You just got to give it time. Again, they ported it to 1.20. They just didn't add the ability for it to generate the actual 1.20. Like, they didn't include that part yet. You guys get what I'm trying to say. Oh, there is a subway system that we can check out, but I don't know what these are right here. It's like an empty platform. I'm not entirely sure what that is supposed to be, but I did want to check out the subway system, which you can actually see it right here, which is really neat. I wanted to explore it. I'm not sure where the entrance... Oh, the entrance is over here, actually. I can see it. So what's really nice is you can actually encounter a subway system, and I want to get a minecart and show that off before we end off the video. So you can, of course, get in this minecart. We are going the wrong way. I wanted to go this way. Can we go this way, please? Thank you. So, as you can see, we're in this cool minecart now. We're going to go underground, and it actually will fully take us throughout the underwater area. You can see some skeletons and stuff do spawn in here. There is other tracks that send you to other areas. But what's the best thing about this is it is completely generated. Like, you don't have to worry about it randomly ending or hitting a dead end. Most of the time, it's going to perfectly send you wherever you need to go, and you don't have to worry about anything. Maybe a few mobs or two, but other than that, you are going to end up in the next area. And as you can see, like I said, it splits off, goes other places. This mod is amazing simply because it allows you to explore really your entire world through a new lens, a new way of looking at it through the cities themselves. And once again, you don't have to have it generate only cities. You can have cities be extremely rare, or you can go the other way around and have it only be cities to make it an even more different immersive experience. So guys, that is going to wrap up today's showcase for the Lost Cities mod. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about this. Do you like it? Do you hate the idea of it? Or is this something you would like to try out? Again, I recommend installing this with a full mod pack. If you want to install it by itself, it's going to only be vanilla stuff. that are generating in the city. It is compatible now with other biome mods like Biomes O Plenty, etc. So it should be able to generate with those mods as well pretty seamlessly with no issues. So do not worry about that. And aside from all that, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, smash the like button to show your support. Subscribe if you're new. Want some more Down First mod, linked in the description as it always is. And I hope to see you all in the next video. Have a great day, everyone. Stay safe. Goodbye.